Yo, welcome to Hip Hop High Society presents the Roundtable, episode numero dos, number 2. Bringing y'all the latest in hip hop discussions. And of course, I got my esteemed panel with me. We got first and foremost, aka Southside Gun, aka the List Keeper, aka some other shit, whatever else you got going on, bro. What's going on with Southside?
I am feeling great. I'm feeling happy. And I had some pancakes from IHOP today, so you know that just put the icing on the cake for me today.
International house of you're an international player, bro. I like to hear that. And of course, we got Star chilling outside in the elements. We can see that beautiful weather you're dealing with. You know, you're not somewhere cold because you're outside. What's going on?
Good old Texas. What's up?
It looks like it's nice out there. You got the foliage going on, but you look good to be back in the building. And of course, we might have a couple more pounds pop in for right now. We're gonna keep it moving though. The first topic we got today, we got the City Girls with their album flop. Apparently, they move like 6,000 to 8,000 units. I don't even know how they count units these days because nobody's like selling physical CDs anymore. So maybe they mean by like streams or something like that. And dive deep into it, but according to them, according at least to them and everybody else on I think they was on the Breakfast Club recently, that the album didn't do what they expected to do, even as far as streaming numbers. So they kind of blame the poor management promotion. So is it the management, or is it kind of people have tired of the same old when it comes to the female rap game? And I'm gonna pull up the video we got here. Hopefully we don't get clipped. But we'll play a little bit of it.
I think that, of course, like nobody want to see that online about themselves. And I feel like at the same time, you get what you put in and shit. Like, I feel like collectively we didn't do what we had to promote the album.
I was gonna say that. I don't even know what that means anymore because I don't see record labels.
I really didn't know the album came out last week until you told me.
How would you?
Usually you see people
it wasn't
out.
a lot of. It wasn't a
like,
lot
I feel like
of.
this interview should have been last.
And I said that, but they was like when we acted out like before, they said that like, oh, when we come, it's gonna drive people out. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but what I could say is you get in what you put out. Like if you don't go hard with promoting your shit and putting it in people's face, like of course it's gonna miss people. And I feel like it missed a lot of people. And then by the time people discovered it, it was discovered as a joke. Like a lot of people found out through our record sales because that was probably the most viral thing. Like,
all right, so let me stop it there because I don't want to play too much of it. But basically the gist of everything is that it didn't live up to expectations as far as the record sales. We all know QC got sold recently. Went from I think P and Coach K or somebody owned who all owned it, forgot. And they sold it to another, whoever they sold it to, a conglomerate. And now, you know, you can kind of see the difference in who they promote and things like that. So they're kind of blaming the promotion of the product and that it wasn't properly pushed well. Although you can take a different angle and say like people are getting tired of the my pussy good, you know, blah, blah, blah rap, right? So I'm gonna toss that to y'all as panelists. Do you think this is more so? And we all know we had the Juicy J topic last week where they said rap sales or hip hop sales are down 40%. So let me ask this to y'all. Do y'all think this is more of the case that people are tiring of the same old, particularly when it comes to the female rap game? Or can the non-promotion thing be blamed for the flop of the City Girls album, or a little bit of combination of both? What y'all got?
I personally, I think it's both. And I also think that it's more of the management than anything. I think it's more on these labels than anything. I think the biggest thing is that like we have a whole genre of music where anybody can do it. like anybody can come in, anybody can just do whatever the hell they want, say whatever the hell they want, and they have the free range to get paid for it. But there's still a market for that type of thought music. There's a market out there. Like, let's be real, the hoes love it. So if the hoes love it, they gonna be in the club shaking ass to it. However, the music actually has to be good, so you kind of got to put that on the artist. But when it comes to the City Girls and the album sales, that's the label not giving a shit, and then the artists themselves notice that the label don't care, so they don't even put the same amount of time and effort to promote their own music if the machine not backing them. So, and they not Beyonce, they can't just do no random album drop out of nowhere and think people gonna care. Like you can't, not everybody's capable and has the fan base to just drop an album out of the fucking blue and think it's gonna sell well. Like that's not. I looked on that shit Friday morning. I said City Girls Raw. I said, what the fuck is this? A new album? I thought I genuinely didn't know it was a new album. So like, when I listened to it, to me, I didn't think it was bad. And for me to say that is crazy. I didn't think it was that bad. It was average. It wasn't bad to me. But to the average consumer, let's be real, they probably thought that shit was terrible. And the album sales speak for it.
I feel you. Hotep, what's going on, man? Good to see you, bro.
How doing?
In the elements as well.
In the
elements.
In the sun.
I got to air dry my hair and some more stuff.
Well, don't tell me you had to beautify yourself before you get on. But so we are the City Girls. So whoever want to chime in next, do you think the album sales, the poor album sales, were a subject of the downgrade or the tiredness of the female rap game, the repetitive nature of the lyrics and things like that, or there's a case of non-promotion? So what do you got between you and Star? Whichever one want to chime in first.
I got you. So I would say it's both. So yeah, I didn't even actually hear about the City Girls dropping until somebody said something about like they only sold like 6,000 or something, and people were, of course, making fun of that. But so definitely I could see that there was lacking on the management, the promotion side of it. They not Beyonce, so you can't just drop it and think everybody gonna see that, and and then there's just so much noise right now. You gotta let people know. And I don't know, but also
the City Girls not Beyonce. What? Say
they're
what?
They're Beyonce. You can't pull a Beyonce.
They don't have a beehive. Oh no.
Yeah, but also too, I can definitely attest to being like a woman. I've been over the whole thought rap, stripper rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I feel like I can see other people too getting tired of that as well. So, not going for it.
Absolutely.
So. But I didn't listen to the album to really have an opinion on the album. So
yeah, I haven't listened to the whole album.
I'm not the target market.
Yeah, I it's not in my wheelhouse. I heard a song here and there, but I don't think it's something I'm gonna be picking up and listen to the whole project and shit.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So Hotep, what you got, bro?
I think them as characters in the rap game, no one really cares about. Like, what's your favorite JT bar? What's her name? Carisha is dating Diddy. You only know her from the fact that she's dating Diddy. You forget that she's even a rapper most of the time. JT, you forget that she's a rapper most of the time. She only comes up when Uzi comes up. So it's like, then when this surprise album, it was like, I didn't care. I haven't heard it. I didn't care. I figured it was just going to be another, basically an overproduced QC mixtape, because them as artists, they can't sell music on their own. You have to have featuring Quavo, featuring Saweetie. You got to have the QC roster on there, because them as artists, you don't care about. They ain't got no substance.
Word.
So I really feel like that's what it is. It's no one's in a hurry to hear that. We know what the album sounds like, and we haven't heard it yet.
It sounds exactly how you think it is. From someone who actually listened to it from front to back, it sounds exactly how you think it would.
I'm sure. Yeah.
I have a vision in my mind.
And then there's a couple songs on there that have no business being on there that like don't go with the flow of it. Yeah, nah.
Well, they said it was from 2 years. Like it's songs they recorded because they keep in mind this is what they debut album, right? City Girls been out for a hot minute.
Is it their debut album?
I think I heard it was their
Is that
debut.
No, this ain't
not?
a debut, but this is like album number 3.
It is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I want to say it's been a big gap in between the last album and this album, whereas they had
Huge,
songs,
very big gap.
Yeah, it was like songs that are like 2 years old and stuff like that. So it may even you can imagine in hip hop the sound changes every other year.
They
every
just throwing the shit on there for a cash grab at this point, though. That's really all it is.
Yeah, it's like one of those like Nas lost tape type deals. You know, like we're gonna throw all our throwaway tracks on this song and try to profit off that. So I think that's part of it. Just from my perspective. I also think, like you said, it's no substance. Like I think hip hop overall, this is just a case of the overall problem with hip hop right now, where everybody sounds the same. There's no regional sound. You'd be able to tell like who was from where when you heard them rap, right? Be like, oh, this person sounds like they from the Midwest. This person sounds like from the West Coast or whatever. Nobody even has a distinct sound anymore. They're all auto-tuning it up. Every girl bars, my pussy is good, but your daddy gonna buy me a Birkin bag. You feel me? It's all the same thing in repetitive nature. So I think this is more so the symptom of the overall. So I think everybody's gonna flop. They desperately trying to push that Cardi B Pongo shit. Like they play that shit. Nobody likes that shit.
Oh yeah,
right? Nobody. We all agree. Yeah, we all agree that this is not it.
I would get death threats.
But it's on the radio every 10 minutes.
I get death threats.
Yeah, so you can see that the machine is desperately trying to, but I think people are over it. I think we got to the point where we don't have to listen to the radio. I don't have to listen to Sirius. I don't have to listen to the local radio no more. I can listen to whatever the hell I want to with my own playlist that I've created in Spotify, that I've created in whatever streaming platform I prefer. I don't got to listen to your bullshit. And now you're seeing the victim of that.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're not providing some of the substance, you're not providing some I want to listen to, you're not innovating in the game, you're not even sounding like you're talented, I'm just gonna turn on whatever the fuck I want to listen to.
Yeah.
So that's it.
There's other alternatives. Like there are other women who are out here rapping. And like, they have substance, they have quality music, they have albums, they have mixtapes or whatever the case may be, but there are people out here, like there's some women who do bubblegum rap. That shit sound way better than whatever the fuck the city girls be putting out. It's some
little girls that be running to the mall all the time, some little chicks that be running around all the time doing the same stuff. Right. Yeah, if you want to get your bubblegum K-pop kind of soundish, there you go. You don't have to listen to the city girls. Nope. They was eating off the features and also eating off their relationships. You feel me? Whether like I didn't even know that like old girls fucking with Uzi or whatever. Like I don't even care about. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
And this reminds me like of the first episode, how we were talking about holding artists accountable, like make better music. Like the quality is dwindling because you are in it for the cash grabs and stuff. We could tell that you're trying to make your song to be played in the club, and it's just like we need more. So you're not giving us that.
Better club music.
Yeah, there's way better stuff to listen to than that. So it's just like we don't have to listen to that, So I think the sales are dwindling because they are in that pocket of mediocre rap. You know what I'm saying? So it only hit if you in the club and you inebriated.
Yeah, who cares? You don't give a shit. Like whatever.
I mean, there's a time and place for it, but
yeah.
So
QC not putting any money behind that album either, so it's finna fizzle out if it hasn't already.
It already fizzled out. That shit was DOA.
It barely made a spark.
Like QC not finna lose money on that album.
Yeah,
it's sad though. Sad.
But you know what? It's crazy because you start off in the red, right? It's like whatever they spent to produce that album, whatever producers they brought in, the studio time, they're gonna charge you for that. And if you can't recoup, then guess what? You're gonna be on QC for forever. It's a dirty game. I don't even see why a lot of artists even go. I see why they go to label route because they don't want to put in there. They're not really artists. I think Star had a point. It's like you're in there for the cash grab, so you're not really trying to make art and promote it yourself. You just kind of want to sign to the machine, hope the machine, gives you an advance and prices you out and do what they got to do. You're not invested in your art because it's not really art, right? to you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just trying to get the club banger. So
And that's kind of on the label too, because the labels don't really develop artists like they used to. Like they don't care to develop an artist to make good music. They just trying to make some money too. So both sides of the table are just trying to make some money right quick, and we as consumers are suffering from that.
yeah, where's the artist development at? Like, why aren't they? You know, how aren't they
Where's
not
the
telling you
art?
how to do it? Yeah, where is it? Yeah, you're not trying to advance. You know, if you look at like a J. Cole, right? Like a J. Cole is like every year, despite how you feel about how he raps, whatever, you know, if you're even a fan of his, you can see, oh, he's trying to produce now. He's trying to work with this person. He's trying to switch this flow up. He's seen that nobody was fucking with the way he rapped there. Now he's now trying to switch it up and he's doing this and stuff like that. He's trying to advance his artistry, right? A lot of people are not trying to advance their artistry. They're not trying to learn something else. That's why, you know, if you look at other genres where people are actually musicians, where they play a musical instrument and they getting better at that musical instrument and they may add a different element to what they do. You don't see that with a lot of hip hop artists, right? You see that they just, you know, it's to the point where a machine can mimic what the fuck you're gonna say. They can literally put out a AI bot, a chat GBT bot that can mimic.
And to even like follow up on your point, because the funny part is like there's somebody who was signed to QC who has given us artist development who don't even sound the same from when he first started, and that's Yachty. Yachty himself has literally grown and changed to the point to where he came out with, the Lil Boat tape, and everything that he had going on was to an extent to where he's literally coming up SoundCloud era. It's cool. Then he's evolving his sound. He made that double XL cover. He's rapping. He's getting everything out. It sounds great. Now he's at a point to where now, if you listen to his last album, he's learned all these instruments. He's learned how to switch up his flow. The nigga writing for Drake. Like, I literally searched his credits of his songwriting because we know he wrote for the City Girls, but he's writing for some of the biggest artists that we know, and it's like, that's development. Yeah. I don't see how you can be signed to the same label as somebody like that and not grow yourself unless you don't really care.
Yeah, definitely.
There is no growth in the culture that the city girls dwell in. Like, there's no real growth there. Whereas with Yachty, he started hanging out with the Michigan cats and stuff and kind of ran off with they flow. And he had that experimental EP came out with the Black Seminole single on it and stuff. Like, Yachty, he gets around sonically. Like, he's going to try something new whenever he can. Whereas the city girls, they're not. They where are they going to go? They can't branch off nowhere.
Let's see. Yeah, OnlyFans probably.
That is allowed in a month because no one cares, bro.
That's crazy.
But nah, you know, I do think that we're lacking a lot of innovation in the female. I think it's such a wide open lane right now, right? There's really, like, Nicki Minaj is aging out. It's such a wide open lane for somebody to kind of take that spot, right? Somebody to kind of, you know, lay claim to that crown, or at least innovate or move the artistry as far as female MCs. We see it on that's why I was kind of grateful for the Fridays or the Women's Wednesday and stuff like that, because I actually get to see some of the artistry, and there's some pretty dope females out here, but they're not getting that mainstream push probably like they should. And once again, that goes back to the fact that we can curate what we see in our own playlist, right? So that's why I try to put out, like, all right, maybe fuck the machine at this point, right? Maybe we should, you know, take responsibility in what we put out, or what we promote, or what we listen to. So let's put out some dope female artists. It ain't necessarily gotta be pushed by the machine, but shit, we know who the fuck they is. So hey, push them. You feel me? This person is dope. This person is, you know, put them out there, give them that platform. I think we've gotten past the point where we need to depend on the machine and we say, fuck it, man, do our own thing, promote dope people, promote dope art. You feel me? Right. So the city girls might just be a victim, like, particularly, I think we are on a precipice of actually a renaissance in hip hop. They say hip hop is dying. I think it's gonna be better because you're gonna get rid of the hype beasts. You're gonna get rid of the people looking for the bag. You feel me? That's only in it for the bag. So I think we actually are at a great point right now, because we at the point where we can take stock and ownership into the fucking culture and get rid of some of these, you know, other people who just in it for the money or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
They better do something fast because these labels kind of leaning toward Afro beats and
Oh,
Ray
it's
beats.
already a wrap. It's a wrap.
Like like they Rima and Burna Boy, like no one really wants to hear what we've been hearing for the last couple of years, and the labels are moving toward what's hot right now. And globally speaking, it's reggaeton and Afro beats and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, international music in general. Look at who's the biggest artist right now. It's like fucking Bad Bunny or some shit. Like people don't even speak no damn Spanish, and Bad Bunny is selling out billions, got billions of views on.
Bad Bunny behind the Drake.
Yeah. So
Yeah, definitely.
the international sound, I think, is gonna be more so like, which I mean, it's kind of sad because I love the regional sounds. I love the when you hear somebody, what part of the country they're from. But as far as like that mainstream machine, if you don't sound like some international shit where they can put this in a fucking club in Europe or a club in Brazil or some shit, you're gonna be shit out of luck. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way it's gonna go. Like I said, I look forward to hip hop becoming a niche. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I think it'll be better for everybody. To be honest, a lot of people who are actually a fan of the culture. But that's all I got with the city. Y'all got anything else in closing with that joint?
No.
All right, so this might be heated depending on where you stand on this issue, right? We got the Nas. I'm bringing back the Nas Jay-Z debate, we recently heard some banging EPs and LPs from Nas recently, who's still releasing music. I think he just had his 50th birthday, I believe. Getting up there, but he's still producing pretty regularly producing albums and pretty good tracks that are still relevant right now. My question I'm tossing y'all is: has Nas passed Jigga, Jay-Z in the GOAT rankings, or do y'all have a different setup entirely with your GOAT rankings? So I'm tossing it out to you. Do you think with your recently consistent effort from Nas, has he finally surpassed Jay-Z, or do you think Jay-Z has that spot, whatever spot he has on your list, held solid? Go ahead, whoever want to chime in first.
I'll say rap-wise, Nas is better as the GOAT. But what Jay-Z was able to achieve, all included, I would say he got that.
Nah, you went iffy. No. You can't do that. Yo.
I'm on the edge with that.
I'm gonna stand on business. To me, I never had Jay-Z over Nas. Ever.
Okay.
I never did.
Okay.
And this 5-album run that Nas went on, when it came to 6, the King's Disease and the Magic albums, that was just extra. I'd already thought he was great. I already thought he was probably one of the best rappers of all time. Not my number one, but number 2, yes. But still, I always thought Nas was the better artist. I thought Nas was the better rapper. I think Jay-Z is the best rap mogul of all time. I can't deny that. Like, I can't deny his contributions, the talent that he found, everything that he's contributed to hip hop. I could say that. But if we're specifically talking just like rapping on a beat to make a collective album to put out for us to listen to, Jay-Z's probably like one of the last people I'm gonna listen to. I'm picking up Nas first immediately.
Who's your number one though?
3 Stacks, easily.
Number one?
I've never heard a bad Andre 3000 verse ever, not a day in my fucking life.
What about his lack of solo projects though?
I don't need. That's the thing. That's how good he is. That's how good he is. I don't need that. Like,
get fed off the features.
The Love Below was enough. That's how great it was. I got the shit on vinyl.
Which one of you speaker boxes hit me in the Love Below? All right, what y'all got? As Nas, what y'all got? Star, Hotel, whichever one y'all want to chime in. Who y'all got? Nas, Jay-Z, Nas.
I would say Nas solely because I became a fan of Nas through Nas, but I became a fan of Jay-Z through Kanye. I didn't start listening to Jay-Z until Watch the Throne era, if that makes any sense. Like Otis and Cam and all that. That's when I became a Jay-Z fan. Before that, I liked Nas for Nas. I liked Jay-Z in conjunction with Kanye, but I didn't like Jay-Z as a standalone artist before that. I feel like a lot of Jay-Z's success comes from how cool he is perceived. Him marrying Beyonce really did kind of up his clout score. Like, yeah, I feel like if Jay never married Beyonce, we wouldn't be sitting here having the "is he better than Nas" conversation.
That's crazy because that's a valid ass argument.
Like that whole power couple dynamic, that's really working for him. But Jay-Z as a standalone, no Beyonce, he couldn't. Jay-Z couldn't be who he is today if he married a normal person like Becky with the good hair, whoever that might be. If he would have married her, he wouldn't. We wouldn't.
So if he married Taylor Swift, he wasn't be who he was. Nah,
Taylor Swift is different. Taylor Swift a billionaire right now, so it might be.
But yeah, man. But hey, that's part of the business thing, right? Do you think he married Beyonce because she was, hot to him, or what? You know what I mean? Like that might be part of his whole business mindset.
I think he got on Beyonce because she was young and he had to do it before somebody else did.
Imagine being the nigga who fumbled Beyonce before she came who she was. Like, that'd be my 13th reason. I'd be sick. Every time I see her on television or or hear on the radio, I'd be sick.
Y'all wouldn't invite me nowhere. That would be all I talked about. That's how I used to mess with Beyonce back in the day.
Exactly.
Every day.
On the real, I see your point there. Star, what you got? Yeah.
I can agree with Hotep about the whole not really getting into Jay-Z, until him and Kanye was doing a lot of stuff together, like Watch the Throne and stuff like that. And then I went back and looked at Jay-Z's catalog, and then I listened to Reasonable Doubt, and I was like, wow, I fell in love with that album. But lyrically, I feel like Nas, he hits my soul more, if that makes sense. Yeah. I do feel like sometimes Jay-Z dumbs down his bars. I feel like he probably even said that before. Not that he's not a great rapper, but I just feel like he goes a certain way. But Nas, I'm gonna go with Nas. Just he makes more timeless shit.
Yeah, I agree.
And I respect him still going. He's still making music, and that shit is not trash.
He doesn't sound like what's that dude name? Melly Mel when he tried to drop the Eminem diss and shit. Hipper to the hopper to the hip to hop. But I want to say Ice Spice recently said that she dumbs down her lyrics or whatever. Which I mean, is Ice Spice really lyrical?
They already dumbed down. What the that don't even make sense. How you dumbing down something you didn't it what?
I think she's trying to do damage control because she know her shit whack.
Because she sound like an idiot. She sound like a damn first grader who just learned how to fucking read.
Yeah. I've never listened to Ice Spice on purpose.
Nah, I don't think nobody. But if you look at a lot of old school rappers or whatever, even if you go to maybe the 2000 to 2010 era, a lot of them motherfuckers had degrees and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them had college level fucking degrees and shit, but they was rapping, and you can hear it in their lyrics. You hear that they're educated, actually. You know what I'm saying? You look at the sound. I really think a lot of modern rappers are on a short bus, bro. If you listen to the lyrics, they sound, it's short bus shit. They not even speaking English. It's hit them with the stick. What the fuck is this shit, bro? You can tell that they're not dumbing it down. They're actually dumb. I think Hotel. You said it, bro. I don't think you don't have to dumb down your lyrics. It's you're dumb. For dumb people, and you can hear it, and I don't mean to insult nobody or no shit, but the shit sounds stupid. You can't listen to that type of shit all over and over and over again. It's room for everything, right? We had our dumb shit. I ain't act like everything we had was fucking lyrical, 10 years ago, but it's no balance no more to me. You know what I'm saying? It's no balance. So I don't. You can't listen to the same bullshit, dumbed down ass, fucking no sounding lyrics. I'm gonna kill everybody in auto tune shit and not expect any kind of results from that. You know what I'm saying? Or any kind of detrimental results to the people who listen to that all the time. You gotta mix it up. Thank God I was in the car. My grandma and them, they throwing some fucking Al Green or some shit. You can hear different musicry, and you know what I'm saying? You can hear different sounds, different rhythms and shit like that. I'm not sure this era is in love with that type of shit, you know, kind of going off subject of the original Nas and Jay-Z. But my vote, particularly, I would say Nas. I never really liked Jay-Z. I was always a Tupac dude and shit. So I was like, all right, fuck, yeah, you know what I mean? So, but he was like, fuck everybody. Tupac didn't give a fuck about nobody. But anyway, I just think that Nas is a more lyrical. I think Nas kind of puts out more relevant shit, whereas Jay-Z, I feel like it's kind of, he's trying to give this mogul thing when he tries to rap. You know, he's giving you like this kind of game, you know, selling you game. Where I think Nas, I think it's more so a genuine, I'm finna rap about what the fuck I feel like type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna give you some relevant shit to your life type of shit. You know, I can't even relate to half the shit Jay-Z says because I don't have $1 billion in the fucking jet. Like it's above my head. That's so that's kind of how I feel.
Relatability, huh?
Yeah, I can't relate to that shit.
It's not that Jay-Z is a bad artist. He's a great artist. But all of my favorite Jay-Z songs are featuring Justin Timberlake, featuring Beyonce, featuring Kanye, featuring Rihanna. It's very seldom that I'm like, I just want to hear just what he's talking about. Because I feel like Jay-Z is really like if Kevin Gates had more money. Like that's how I view Jay-Z.
Where did you get to that?
Kevin Gates.
He sounds very smart to niggas that don't know no better.
I heard some shit like that. That's the same shit Dame Dash said to DJ Envy. Sounds smart to an idiot. That shit funny as hell.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's message be have good credit, buy properties. It's like, bro, yeah. That's not groundbreaking. We knew that.
Save your money, buy this, invest in it, bro. I don't have money to invest right now. I'm trying to hear a good song,
like,
right?
I'm trying to hear a fucking good song. I'm trying to escape reality.
Exactly. I don't need a Fortune 500.
Would you take the money or would you meet Jay? Like, meet Jay to say what? What is he going to say?
You gonna meet Jay big?
I've heard the knowledge he's spitting on these bars. Great, sounds amazing. I knew that already. My uncles and daddy was telling me that when I was coming up as a kid. You know, you should buy property. Don't go buy no bins. Go buy you some land. Okay, that makes sense.
He's finna Dave Ramsey book. Hey, clear your credit up. Go buy.
Jay-Z makes self-help music. That's what it is. He makes self-help book music.
It's like that the Pharrell and Jay-Z track, the entrepreneur track. You know, it's like I hear what y'all saying, but y'all been rich for 30 years at this point, right? When y'all came up, it's not quite the same as, you know, modern times and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't really need a black entrepreneur inspire me to get money track. I need you to fucking take me from the bullshit that I'm dealing with right now, right? So I totally understand what y'all saying. That's kind of why I would say Nas still makes music where it's relatable. I'm not hearing about, you know, I need to fucking get my 401k together or my fucking, you know what I'm saying? So that to me is the difference of separation between the two. Jay-Z's, like you said, Jay-Z's best tracks right now are features, yo. Like it's features. I don't think I would listen to a whole Jay-Z project right now in its totality. I probably would.
I know I wouldn't.
You've been rich too long, dog. You know, it happens when you like rich for 30 years. Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm gonna make music. Like, you need to make opera now, dog. Make some fucking Broadway.
Well, Drake kind of suffers from that too. He's too rich to be relatable to. Like, he's always talking about how he's in some room in Dubai or something. It's like, what does that even mean? I can't visualize this room you're in because I've never heard of it before.
Right.
You in a hotel room to me.
You low key snuck that with Star.
You heard me?
Yeah, I heard. You know what happens in Dubai. But,
yes.
But yeah, I'm not. I want to throw the caveat out there that I'm not bashing Jay-Z. I don't want nobody the Beehive attacking me because I'm going after the fucking favorite fucking. But yeah, I think he's a great artist. I just like I said that he's a feature artist at this point right now in his life. That's just kind of how I feel in regards to him. Great longevity because not many people in hip hop can make it actually that long.
Right.
Putting out that music, ain't nobody trying to listen to a lot of these older artists. You know what I'm saying? I think if Ice Cube put out something, or Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, and Too Short, they just put out who was it? And E40 put out a
it was a project.
We Are the West. I think it was called.
And those are 4 legends, and you really didn't even hear nothing about it. Like you probably hear more about any recent Jay-Z track than you heard anything about that with 4 fucking legends. That's part of the reason I hate some of the things in hip hop would do. You just like discard the old heads where you put 4 legends. If that album came out like 15 years ago, you'd be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
But these days it's like, well, some old people trying to get some money. Hip hop just disregards its legends so quickly, man. And I think that's part of the problem too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of welcome these GOAT debates and stuff like that, because it allows us to kind of give these people their flowers while they still here. And we don't get a lot of that in hip hop, man. We get a lot of fucking old head hating type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I think Ice Cube is better than Jay. Like I would put him above Jay on my list of
correct
rappers.
I would.
Yeah.
Standing on business. Absolutely.
I stand on that. And I like Jay-Z. It's just a Cube better.
Yeah. And I'm not just saying that because I'm friends with his son. I mean that.
I seen that too. I see you, bro. You're gonna be in the next movie. You don't see Southside in the motherfucking But yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I think Cube still, even to this day, spits relevant shit. And he speaks his mind. You know what I mean? Despite how you feel about any of his politics, despite how you feel about any of the things that he promotes and things like that, Cube will speak his mind freely, and that in itself is enticing. That in itself appeals to people because you don't get too much relevance of people who are willing to step out on a limb and go about things they believe and their principles and things like that. So that in itself, to me, I feel like Jay-Z is kind of like LeBron James, that they're very curated in what they say and the things that they promote, the people they promote and things like that. I feel as though like Jay will cut you off real quick if you say something that's not within his wheelhouse that might, threaten his money or some shit like that. He'll get you the fuck out the paint, probably. I can't blame, but that's how I feel. That's that business mindset. I think from an artist standpoint, I think we like to hear from the soul. We like to hear people who have soul, who have relevant shit to say, who are speaking their principles and who's speaking on things that they give a fuck about. I don't get that from Jay. That's part of the reason why he'll probably forever be like 5 on my list, number 5 or some shit. He probably never go above that because I don't feel no passion in this fucking projects. I don't feel he's passionate. I think he's a fucking businessman. You good at rhyming shit and you a businessman. You feel me? So that's what you do. So
and you're married to Beyonce. You're here for 30 years because you married Beyonce.
you just gonna get the Beehive on us, bro. We gonna have to buy some motherfucking bee and wasp spray.
Beyonce is great. It's just her husband would not be in this conversation had he not been her husband. That's all. If anything, that's a compliment to her.
He's a businessman. He even said it. He said, "I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman."
Hey, that's his own words. That's all I got. You got anything else in closing on? I think we all touch. I think the consensus has been reached that Nas is, or in some people's opinion, has always been above Jay. Is that a unanimous decision all around, y'all think?
I would say yeah.
We can say that.
All right. So let's move on to the next. We got, I'm not even gonna play this Joe Budden clip because last time they shot me down like an MX missile. I had to clip that shit from the fucking podcast. But just believe that JustBlaze released the unreleased Slaughterhouse song, which got Joe Budden upset. That's not my main focus with this subject. What I wanted to go into is shit like older recorded music / art be made public with or without that artist's approval. We know a lot of things that have come out, particularly of people who've passed. You've had a lot of posthumous humans released with like Biggie and Jay, and but not Jay, Biggie and Tupac and things of that nature, where people have died and they actually released the projects later on, which they couldn't approve of those things. And you also have rappers who may have had older projects released, where after they've blown up, these things are they recorded before they even had their rise to the top of the game. So, in your opinion, if anything you recorded fair game to be released to those fans, or should it still be a thing where you need the person's permission to release any of that older stuff? Should art be regulated to the trademark of the artists? What do you think?
I
From
say
an artist
yes.
perspective, no. Go ahead. You go Hotep.
It depends on the relationship you had with said artist. Like, do you have a leg to stand on to be releasing this dead man's music? Like, that's the first question. Like, were y'all label mates or were y'all actually friends during the life of these people? That would be the first question. So from there, I would have to ask, like, how do these people's parents feel? What does the estate feel like? Where's this money going? The profits? Where are the profits going? Because you're using this deceased person's voice. Where are these profits going? Are they going to your pocket? That's a problem. What was y'all's relationship for you to be profiting off this man's, his music and his art? Because it is his art, dead or alive. It belongs to him. Picasso's name is on all of his stuff. You can't just release a new Picasso and not, that money got to go to his people, or it's going to be a whole problem.
So let me throw this at you. Picasso, when he painted solo. He painted his canvases. He painted whatever art he wanted to do on a solo tip. When you're maybe a hip hop artist, right? You have producers, right? You have somebody who maybe made that beat, right? You have all this stuff. You have to go into a studio, record these things of that nature, right? Which may not even belong to you at the end of the day. So,
yep, ownership matters. Who owns this music?
Exactly. And how you did it on your own? Yeah, have you did it on your own? If you record a track in your living room, right, and you produce it, you do it, you put it on a hard drive that's in your house, that's on a flash drive, then that'd be different than you go in the studio and work with a producer and things like that. But I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I want to hear y'all thoughts on that. Who else next? What y'all got? Do you think art is free, or free to be released to the public, or should it be up to the ownership of the artist?
I kind of agree with Hotep about, what was your relationship to the artist and like what do you have to gain from releasing this music. But from like an artist perspective, I would freaking die if somebody released something that I did not want to be out into the public. You know what I'm saying? Like, not because as, artists and musicians, there's probably like hundreds of songs out of like, the 15 songs that you see on the album. So not every song is meant to be put out. It's just some, whatever. But also too, like posthumous albums, I'll be feeling some type of way about those because, for one, especially if they're signed to a major label when they pass, because those labels exploit their death. And it's like, sometimes I'll be kind of feeling like they be doing some AI stuff, for like the posthumous stuff. Because I'm like, wait, how does Pop Smoke have this many songs? Like, he was a new artist.
I was thinking of Pop Smoke the whole time. Yeah.
Oh my God. I guess I read your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't think everything's fair game, and I feel like for sure, because you can burn bridges off that, like release working with an artist, like say 10 years ago, and like y'all never released it, but then you want to release it now. I can see why Joe Budden would be bad about that because, like, hey, bro, you didn't clear it with me. We're both a part of this. We both contributed to this creation, and you didn't clear it. So I think, no, all art is not fair game. So I don't know if it's because I'm like, I get emotionally like connected to like the music. So I could see why someone would get upset,
Right.
So.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
I can definitely piggyback on both of y'all points. Because JustBlaze is one of those producers that does have a leg to stand on, just off his name alone. But there are some producers that, all right, bro, we don't really know who you are, or like your name isn't of a caliber where it's like you're stamped in the community. Like anything you put out, whether it's good or bad, people are going to gravitate to it. Not everybody's like that. So if you're a producer and you doing that and you don't have that type of name, all right, bro, you're wrong. When it comes to the artist, I feel like sometimes certain things should just go out for the fans. Like if you give a fuck about your fans, put the music out. Now, again, not everything is intended to be released, and I get that, and things do need to be cleared, but there are some artists who just make hundreds of thousands of songs, and they just sit on a goddamn hard drive collecting dust in the back of the fucking producer's damn closet. And it'd be like, bro, drop the fucking tracks, bro. Like, do you care about the art or do you care about the money? Because from Joe Budden's perspective, it sounds like he care about the fucking money. And when it comes to Slaughterhouse, it's like, bro, you're not the only nigga in the group. You the only one saying something, but you're not the only one in the group. Now, if everybody collectively has something to say, I would be like, okay, maybe this is a bit of an issue, but he the only one with a platform who can really get his voice out there. So he's the only one saying something. We don't know how everybody else feel. We just know how Joe feel. So, and we all know Joe don't give a fuck about no fans. Joe don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah, Joe don't give a fuck about
Joe don't give a fuck about us.
So
of course Joe gonna want money every time. So I get his perspective, but if there's an artist that is willing and able to just have music put out for the sake of having it put out and they don't care about numbers, then cool. But that's what the fucking mixtapes were for back in the day. We got so far away from that shit that it's like it don't even matter, because if JustBlaze released that song and we in the mixtape days, Joe easily could have just been like, all right, throw all that shit on the mixtape, put that shit out. Give it to the fans. Put it all on there, give it out. You got your permission. The fans got what they want. The art is out. Cool. Other than that, it's just like he wanted the money. Because you're going to put out my art, I'm not getting no compensation for it. And now people are hearing my shit that I didn't intend to go out in the first place. Just throw that shit on the mixtape and put it out, bro.
Side note, bring back mixtape culture.
Yeah.
I stay on my mixtapes, man.
Guys can't rap. These guys can't rap, so mixtape culture is not. We need rappers back.
You're right, both.
We want mixtape culture back.
Yeah.
I miss those days. I miss them.
Yeah, some of the best tracks you ever heard was off mixtapes. Like some of the things was classic. Some of the artists, their rise. Jeezy literally became
Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne. The drop them drops.
Wayne
Man,
are not his album.
And he was at the top of the game. Some of these artists was at the top of their game. They still was releasing mixtapes. You don't even
exactly like they still getting. But that's the thing though. They were good enough to get paid off their albums and still make time to put all their unreleased music or shit that they wanted to test out the market. They want to try a new flow. Let me do a whole 10 songs of new flows. Throw that shit on a mixtape. Put it out there. See if they like it. If they like it, cool. Now I'm gonna carry that shit to the next album. Now I'm gonna get paid for switching it up. Like niggas don't think like that no more.
They don't. They don't. That's a whole strategy.
Well, I seen what Future, and I like Future, but Future was like on something, and let's not act like Future's a great rapper, right? But Future was on some platform, and he wouldn't freestyle for free. He thought it was cool.
He wouldn't. Not
it's like
everybody freestyles for free. Vince Staples said the same thing. Like he ain't dropping no 12, but the way that Vince explained it, it made sense compared to asking Future to do a freestyle. Like one, Vince can rap. That's number one. Right. Number two, on top of Vince being able to rap, if I'm here to promote this album, like you said, I got 12 songs I'm trying to eat off of, but you still want a 16? Nah, my nigga, you gonna focus on this 12. Don't focus on the other shit. But asking somebody like Future, that's stepping out of his element. I ain't never heard Future freestyle.
Nah.
And if it wasn't good.
I ain't never heard.
I ain't never heard this nigga Future.
5 Fingers of Death Future. I don't think that's gonna ever happen, yo. You know. I think he's more of a song, you know. But he has put out mixtapes. Even Future has put out mixtapes. Actually,
his mixtapes were fire.
Fire
mixtapes.
Yeah, fire. He actually did stuff with a lot of people who were, and that's why his longevity. Future like older than me, like 40s. Yeah, but his longevity was increased because he done stuff with, Juice World. He done stuff with your whole mixtapes with Uzi, before they even blew up. A lot of these people, you know what I'm saying? He did collaborative art, so he's kind of in that Jay-Z, I think, vein where he can see some business shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see this artist is about to blow up. This might be the hottest new thing, so I'm gonna do something with this cat. You know what I'm saying? But let me get back to the subject at hand. When we was talking about the artists and the art and should the art be free? I agree. I think I want to go back to what Southside kind of where if you have something that's just sitting there rotting on a hard drive on a disk somewhere, some stuff, and you want to put it out for your fans, that's up to that artist. But I think we're not old that shit, right? We are not old to hear that. If you have some old shit, I got some old podcasts I don't even want people to fucking hear from my other platforms, right? But if you feel as though people should hear that growth, hear that track, that maybe it might touch somebody. This is art. You never know what might resonate with some people as opposed to other people, right? Mm-hmm. So I think it's up to the artist if he wants to put that out, right? In this case, it's a little bit murkier because it's actually the producer, the guy who produced. We all know the behind the scenes things are kind of more time consuming than the actual rapping. You know what I'm saying? The producer who has to produce the track and put it out and stuff like that. So in this case, I think JustBlaze might have been kind of it's in limbo with this one. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of in his right, but maybe he should have threw Joe a text. Hey, bro, I want to throw this out. I want to put this out. You know what I mean? They got each other number. Hey, bro, I'm feeling nostalgic right now. I want to put this shit out. Is that all right with you? If he say no, fuck it. If he does, you can even cut his verse out. He even said that himself. Like, you can cut my fucking verse out. You know what I'm saying? And still put the song out. You got 3 of the dudes in Slaughterhouse. That's a whole fucking album right there.
It sounds like Joe doesn't have a good relationship with these people, and that's why he feels the way he feels.
Well, he's part of the reason that Slaughterhouse is really broke up. If you listen to them talk, I don't think the rest of the members of Slaughterhouse care too much about Joe Budden.
Nobody cares about Joe Budden. Joe Budden. That's why he got punched in the back of the head at a fucking Love and Hip Hop reunion. He be deserving that shit. That nigga a terrible person. Everybody know that. This shit ain't fucking news. Joe Budden's a horrible person.
Joe Budden is absolutely one of those dudes that stirs up drama, and then when they see you, they just want to talk it out. And it was never really like that. And then people are hard to be around.
You see what he did to his homeboys, Rory and Maul. You feel me? Like, you kind of see is like those was your Ace Boone Coons. You feel me? And you just like, fuck that. Y'all want too much of the bag. Get the fuck up out of here. I'm gonna replace y'all with Ish and Ice or where the fuck these
Right. Like, this is called the Joe Budden podcast. This is not Joe Budden. Rory and Maul.
That shit.
I own this. Y'all work here. And equity, and he was like, no equity. This is the Joe Budden show. Mm-hmm. This is not the Rory and Maul will get their show if they want some equity, but as far as no, y'all are replaceable. I can get 2 of the niggas in here to talk on these microphones. I'm Joe Budden.
2 random niggas too.
So, yeah, I
Ice and Ish. I don't even know the fuck. So yeah.
I don't see what they do, who they are. Outside of Joe Budden friends that be at the studio sometimes.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who Rory and Maul are either, so that's why I kind of don't know where Joe Budden was coming from. Because who are y'all? Like, I think Rory was like an A&R for Def Jam or something. That doesn't matter to me. Who are you?
But I mean, that's it to me.
Your name don't carry no weight.
That's your homeboys. You break bread with your people. You feel me? That's the way I look at it. Maybe that's the wrong perspective to look at it. That's your homeboys. You started off with them. Your first
Joe
podcast
Budden
makes you crying.
Joe Budden is not the type of nigga you can consider a friend. That's how I look at him. Just by his actions and how Joe Budden don't hang out with nobody he hung out with 10 years ago. That's a red flag for me.
That's a lot of artists. You refer
like,
to.
I understand you don't hang out with all of them, but you don't hang out with none of them. Like, nobody from your past from yesterday messing with you today. That's the issue.
Because he the problem.
Then it's not like it's them. So, like you said, you the problem. It ain't them.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But I ain't gonna tarp too much on Joe Budden. I think we now already know he got the Mary hats, like he started wearing the Mary J. Blige hats, and he turned into a different person. But I think we all agree. At least we got some kind of consensus. I think that the art and the artists. I think the art, it should be ownership. It should be some ownership stakes in the art, but you know, also at the same time, bro, give the fans something. You know, give your people who you think supported you, give them something if you think that this is something that's worth listening to. You know, so I think it's a gray area in there. But let's move on. I won't keep y'all too long. Let's go into the
Owning
industry.
your music as an artist.
What was that?
Start owning your music as an artist, and you won't have to deal with things like this. You never hear us talk about stuff like this.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, start owning your music as an artist. Don't have to worry about anybody releasing anything you don't want. That should be the conversation. Why don't you own your music?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Ownership stake.
You own all these chains and all these cars and these houses, but you don't own your music. That don't make sense.
Lear Cohen owns your music, Sony. You feel me? So I feel you. That kind of caveat to the next topic. We got the industry plant discussion. I guess the first part of the industry plant thing is like, do y'all think that industry plants are real?
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Chance the Rapper is the biggest one of them all. And I love Chance, but that nigga is an industry plant.
He capped super hard about the independent shit though.
Yeah, he was the biggest one. He was talking about independent shit all the time.
Big cap.
Well, I think we all agree that's 4 for 4. There are industry plants. Next question. Who are somebody threw Chans out there, right? I'm gonna go to each one of y'all, yo. You tell me maybe your top 3 people you suspect of being an industry plant and what are the characteristics you think of an industry plant. So whoever wants to chime in, go in.
I can say a super obvious one off the top of my head, just one. Ice Spice. That one was so forced. Like you could see it happening in real time. Like you were literally forcing it down our throat. And like, you know, because I remember she would go viral in the beginning for like her shit being like bad and people calling her trash. But I think as they began to like, her visibility was like being maintained, people were starting to get used to it. You know, that's kind of one of those psychological marketing tactics. You know, you're being exposed to it so much, you're like, oh, well, I guess it's not that bad. Oh, actually, I kind of like it now. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like once they just pop out of nowhere, seemingly like overnight success, I guess you could say, they have a family member or somebody in the industry, you know, those are some signs I think you could tell somebody's an industry plant. But not that they're bad, you know, because I mean, if I had connections and if I had a family member in the industry, why would I not use that? You know, so, but I do think they need to develop artists more instead of finding people on TikTok and then planting them from TikTok because they don't have artist development. They're not real artists. They're not taking years to hone their craft and stuff like that. And I feel like that's why this music is so disposable. This current music right now is disposable. You know, nobody's really just in a rush to listen to some of these news people. You know, that's why I listen to a lot of older artists, my goats, my OGs, because it's like I ain't missing out on nothing right now.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, when you get older, I think you get stuck to a fucking playlist anyway. So what you got? You there, Hotep? You about to say something, bro?
I was saying. Oh no, is still talking?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I would say Diana Boss, like running rapping girls. Like that's the only industry plants that really come to mind right now. Diana Boss, they don't have any real fan base. They have brand deals, but they don't have any fan base, and I feel like that is an industry plant to me.
Diana Boss.
They don't.
Who is that?
Yeah,
damn, took my answer. That damn show is gonna be my answer.
Who's Flying the Boss?
Yeah, Flying the Ball. They are industry plants.
The two girls who be running and rapping at the same time, and they just magically popped up in a fucking Pizza Hut commercial out of fucking nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
see that
have
too.
a huge budget behind them for no reason.
That's a good one. That is a good one. I think you took a couple people's answer, yo. Southside, bro. Who's your top industry plant that hasn't been named since he took your answer, bro? What you got?
Oh, easy. Coil Ray. Fucking hate her.
Oh, here you go. Here you go with your core.
Coil Ray, easy industry plant immediately.
Yeah.
Too Rare, the nigga on the double XL freshman list who was dancing and got that Rob 49 was calling that nigga twin. Industry plant. Sexy Red, industry plant.
That's
that one.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way she not no goddamn industry plant.
Yeah.
It's so many motherfuckers who just randomly pop up out of nowhere with hit songs you've never heard of, and the whole machine is behind them, and then they magically just disappear. Case in point, where the fuck is 24K Golden? Exactly. That look. Who the fuck is that? Prime fucking example. They pop up, they get hot, they get this national attention, and they fucking disappear. Moray, for example. One hit song, one album, vanished. Never to be heard from again. These niggas they just pop up out of nowhere. The only real true industry plant that I actually think is organic is fucking Saucy Santana. He's an industry plant, don't get me right. He is an industry plant. But at least he don't hide it as much. Like, it's obvious. So it's cool. He embraced the shit. He ain't like Chance the Rapper out here just lying to us like we dumb.
Yeah, I agree. Like, let me ask you this. What are the telltale signs besides getting hot suddenly and then disappearing? What do you think is another maybe untold sign or sign that somebody may be an industry plant? You can't think of anything else.
Billboard hits. Your shit immediately go to the top Billboard out of nowhere. Like, I get songs can get hot and just organic and just get to the top of the top. And it's one of those things where it's like, I get it that people can make good music and it can top the charts, but it's hard for me to believe somebody without the help of the industry itself can just come out of nowhere with a horrible TikTok song and then just be topping the charts like they're the hottest thing known to man. Like, niggas out here be having #1 songs over Drake, be having #1 songs over people like DJ Khaled and Bad Bunny and Taylor Swift, and the shit be on the radio for 6 months, and then after that, gone, never to be heard from again.
Yeet came out of nowhere. Yeet came literally out of nowhere.
And a lot of these people fail like dramatically. Like, Throw Baby was on the radio for so long, and nothing else was followed up on that. First and foremost, why the fuck was that on the radio to begin with?
Corrupting the youth.
Because I go back to what DJ Khaled said about how, oh, this is for music when you listening to when you driving to work and shit like that. I don't want to hear that bullshit on the way to work.
No.
What the fuck?
All right, I'm gonna throw one out there. I'm gonna throw this opinion to y'all who I think is an untold industry or a low-key industry plant, yo. Jay Electronica, yo. Do y'all think Jay Electronica is an industry plant, yo?
That's tough. That's tough. I don't think he is.
I'm gonna say no because he don't have any content to be an industry plant.
They never the machine never got behind him to, because I feel like for me, when Exhibit C dropped, that nigga should have been to the fucking moon. And I mean, he was to a certain fan base, but it's like the entire hip hop game where like everybody was acknowledging like he was arguably one of the best rappers out at that time.
Why does he even have a buzz though? This is my thing. What Jay Electronica thing is dropped where he should even have a buzz besides being Erykah Badu's one of her baby daddies? Jay
Electronica can rap. Like his
Oh,
content.
he's killing niggas in the game if he's
Oh,
just
I
straight
agree.
rapping.
Yeah, I agree with that. But what you say made him to this precipice where it's like people anticipating Jay Electronica? What would you say was released that made people be like, "Yo, when is Jay Electronica?" Because that was it for a while. It was a big buzz. It's like, "Yo, when is this dude dropping? When is he gonna drop?" He dropped little snippets. He dropped a song here and there. We need an album from Jay Electronica. Why do you even have that buzz?
I don't know because Jay Electronica, one of them dudes that was famous before I was born. I was
Why is he
like,
famous? That's my point. Why is Jay
I couldn't
Electronica?
tell you.
Yeah, because he's so mysterious.
I think it's
That's a
because
good
of his
question.
talent, like his potential.
I think the mysteriousness around him
That too.
adds
I
to
think
it
he
as
came
well.
from that era of like the 5%er knowledge and things of that nature. That's kind of why he sticks around. He hits around older people. Old folks love Jay Electronica.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to start asking around why is he famous? Because that's a great question. But he's a phenomenal rapper.
He's been a great writer for people. He's been a great producer. He's a great rapper. It's kind of like when niggas learned about The Weeknd and we didn't know what he looked like, but we knew the music was banging, so we was just anticipating the next thing. It's like we kind of knew Jay Electronica and what he could do, but like we didn't know like everything about him. So it was like I wanted like this is great. What else can you do, bro? Like give me some music. He just was like, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do.
Yeah, we never got it. It was like that Detox album. Like you never.
We got one album and that was that. Like he gave us one album, told us to shut the hell up, and then we just moved on.
Shout out to John the Cloud there in chat. Said JustBlaze and the non-porter were pushing him. I'm thinking he's talking about Jay Electronica in late 2000.
Yeah, they were.
So that's probably why he is where he's at. And the man can rap. Don't get me wrong, but I just never found why we were so anticipating this Jay Electronica album.
There was a verse that he dropped years ago that people been hanging. I think it was Exhibit A. That folks were just hanging on to for the last 20
That's what I was saying. Like
years.
Exhibit C and Exhibit A was like we got those, and it was just like, bro, I need an album, and he didn't give us that album until like 11 years later. It was like you a decade late, my boy. But hey, I'm gonna listen to it.
Well, I'm tossing another one out there. Cardi B, industry plan or not?
That was about as organic as it can possibly get.
Ooh, okay. You think it was
that
organic?
was organic. Now
that was the Nicki replacement. That was not organic.
That was very organic. Nicki herself is an industry plant. Cardi isn't because she had music before the love and hip hop fame and stuff like that, and her being a meme on the show kind of gave her that platform to where she was like, okay, now she's bigger than the show because she's all the fuck they care about. So she's just gonna go do whatever the fuck she wants to do, which is go rap. And because everybody already loved her, everybody who watched the show for her was like, oh, I'm gonna go support her music.
I think you got some bias. I hear some bias in yours.
So you're saying she got
bias? No, I wouldn't say that. I just personally think that it's kind of like for me when it's like you see somebody on a reality TV show, you kind of see them for who they are, even though it's scripted and we all know it's scripted. But you see a level to them that's kind of like, oh, so this is who you are. She been the same person literally throughout that entire time from where she was on the show and she was going through shit, starting off rapping, making her music. Like, it's the same person. She ain't flop once. She ain't say or do anything different to make us think that like, oh, it's just a machine behind us. No, she signed her deal, did her little album, and she been chilling.
Star, Cardi B, industry plan or not? Yeah,
I think she was an industry plan. Granted, she I mean, granted, she did have, but she did have like her organic following. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew. You would see a Cardi B Vine or video on Instagram all the time on the TL. So that, you know what I'm saying, she was the whole meme. So she had the following and she had the clout per se. But I feel like the machine did get behind her. Like super hard,
Yeah,
and they
definitely.
still are behind her super hard. But I mean,
I would
I don't
argue
know.
that the machine was
Right.
behind her when she was on Love and Hip Hop. Like
You're
that's where
right.
her clout comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Granted,
That's
she
what
was stripping
catapulted
or
her.
whatever, but no
Mm-hmm.
one knows strippers by name on a national level. So it's like that Love and Hip Hop push.
Speak for yourself, man. I know all the strippers down at the spot by
Hey,
the
nah. By the time she was on Love and Hip Hop, she already had her clout though. She was already going viral all the time for like being funny. Like
Right.
that was before she got on Love and Hip Hop. So I could see where he said Southside said it was organic, but you know.
All right, one more. I got one more. Then I'm done.
Okay.
NLE Chopper.
Mm.
You playing or not? I see them
I don't
wheels
know
turning.
enough about him. I don't know enough about him, but I want to say
I'm gonna
yes.
say maybe because he was kind of a. All right, so in the industry, they kind of do like this. They'll put out an artist, and then they'll put out like a watered down version of the same artist, if that makes sense. So like, Young Boy was out, and then Chapo was supposed to be, I want to say Atlantic Records Young Boy.
Mm.
If I might not have the label correct, but Chapo was supposed to be another label's Young Boy variant.
Mm-hmm. Baby.
In a way, one that makes hella sense, but I want to say he is. I think he is, and the only reason why I think that is because everything he's done has had the machine behind it the entire time. He ain't really put out anything that felt authentic. Because he has a Memphis sound, but everything, like every project he makes has a studio album sound. It don't sound like something that he just recorded and just wanted to put out. Everything sounds so clean, so cut. Like people are just like, no, this bar doesn't sound 100% clear. Enunciate that a little bit more. Where other artists just say whatever they want and you know what they're saying. So it's just it feels like everything of his is also overproduced. And that Nelly Hot in Here song that fucking bullshit cover he did, that shit ain't fucking help. It didn't help at all. Because that's exactly what make me think he a damn industry plant off that alone.
Yeah. Like that was the label's idea.
You can't jump on your phone and cut on old Chopper. Like there's no old NLE mixtapes.
No,
I think
there aren't.
There are?
No, there aren't.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like there are no old, like, yo, this is him when he was like rapping at school or something. Like, no, he doesn't have a he puts out Shot of Flow and it goes up from there, but there are no old Chopper.
Well, he's been on since he's like 16, yo. I
That's
want to
what
say
I'm
the
saying.
first time I heard this dude was like the Cash Me Outside chick had him on feature on her little, and we know she was a damn
definitely
plant.
one of those independent artists who he's a terrible independent artist because I know for a fact you're not independent. I know for a fact you're not. Like he does present himself to be independent, that he's not signed, that everything is through him, but it's like, is it though, bro? You sure you ain't got no help?
Oh, he definitely got help.
He got help.
Definitely got help. So that's it. I was gonna throw one out, but we in the press for time. I don't keep y'all too long. I see it's getting dark out there with stars there.
I know.
It got dark buzzing around her head and shit. You might want to get indoors. But we almost done. We're gonna talk about in honor of the NBA season. We just started the NBA season. Hopefully y'all got some answers for me. Who are y'all top NBA / rappers? You know, if you want to give me your top 3 or your top 1, that's cool. But who do you got? Who's your number 1 at least? Spitter who also balled, yo. What y'all got?
I'm a female.
Dame Lillard.
Dame Dollar?
Yeah.
Dame Lillard.
Outside name, yeah.
Y'all got 2 Dames?
I got Marvin Bagley from the Pistons. He's solid. Yeah, Marvin Bagley third. He's solid. I was gonna say
Masterpiece.
I was gonna say somebody who got some charges pending. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not that type of person. I ain't gonna lie. 27 days, 27 nights, kind of hard. I ain't gonna say nothing else. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just leave it there. But I'm gonna change my answer and go to Marvin Bagley because that was not my original answer.
I ain't even heard of him. I'm gonna look up Marvin Bagley shit. Star, who you got? Who your number one? Yeah.
I'm a female. I don't watch sports, so
You know people who can come on now. You got one you can think of.
That's funny.
I don't know.
Well, we gotta get her watching sports first before we
gotta get you on. We have to sit you down and make you watch the basketball. I'm surprised I ain't heard no Shaqs in there. Y'all not feeling Shaq food?
Shaq's a DJ, man. He ain't rapping no more. He a DJ. Shaq a DJ now, man. That's all that is.
No Allen Iverson, no Jules. I didn't hear that one.
I didn't know Allen had bars. I didn't know.
Well, they suppressed his album basically because that was when the NBA was David Stern. And he was really trying to keep that clean image. So that album,
they was mad at him for getting his hair braided. He wasn't finna put out no album.
They didn't promote that shit at all. We had I just put up one with the debate between Iman Shumpert and Dame. So Iman got some bars, Iman
Shumpert. Ain't that the one that's married to?
What's her name?
Separated.
What's her name? Why can't I think of
Tiana Taylor.
Tiana
Taylor. Yeah, separated.
Okay, so yeah.
Allegedly.
But he got some bars, even though he's suburban. He low key. He from Oak Park. He's not actually from Chicago, but shout out to that cat. I would say my number one personally. Damn, man, that's a hard one, I'd hate to go with Dame, bro, but Dame might be the number one, man.
Dame Lillard actually has listenable. Like I can put his album or his mixtape on and be like, yo, he don't sound like a nigga that's supposed to be playing ball.
I'm just saying, bro. 27 days, 27 nights, man. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm telling you, man. Look. I don't agree with his personal life choices, but the bars is there. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going Master P. I'm still Master P played 10-day contract. Somebody little dog going. All right, so that's all I got. So we're gonna say what are y'all listening to before we get up out of here. I gotta hear what's on your playlist, what you got, what are you currently rocking on that Spotify, that Pandora, whatever the fuck Apple Music playlist you got right now. What you listening to? Go ahead. Whoever wants to chime in.
Go ahead, Star.
I'll go. Okay. So these are some albums that I currently in my rotation. Tinashe, she's independent now. She got it's called BB Angel 333. You got Big Crit, King Remembered in Time. Got Goody Mob, Soul Food. Okay. I got Toro y Moi, Anything in Return. Mm-hmm. It's a classic album.
Ball.
I got Miguel, All I Want Is You, that album, his first debut album.
Oh, okay.
I got Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z. I got Outkast, AT Aliens.
Okay. Classic.
Currency, Drive-In Theater in New Jack City. And then I got Wale Ambition. Y'all saw he dropped something new?
Mm-hmm.
You just signed, right?
And I ignored
I was gonna listen to it yesterday, but that new Brent Faiyaz dropped, and I had to make an executive decision. So,
I mean, Wale does not get priority over anything.
Was it a single or an album that he dropped?
It was an album.
Okay.
Oh no, he dropped the album. Oh, that's a single.
Yeah, Wale dropped the album.
Oh, no, I thought it was a single.
I thought it was a single. It said single.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm like, it might be better to drop a single than that.
Yeah.
It may be a single, but the way they were pushing it, it looks like he was on an album run right now.
This because he signed a fucking record deal. Ain't got no goddamn business signing a deal.
He signed a record deal for a single. That's what I'm saying. This is an album.
Yeah, this man got a record deal now.
Yeah, you learned your lesson from the MMG thing.
He learned.
You not MMG.
Yeah, he re-signed. Well, one MMG under Def Jam though.
Yeah, he would Def Jam now.
That's why I tweeted what I said. I said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. How you sign to the same label twice, nigga?
I think he was trying to get out from under Ross.
Yeah,
He got out from up under Ross to still be signed to the same niggas who was in control of Ross. That don't make sense.
That's true.
No.
But no, I would say I'm listening to, of course, Larry June. I'm listening to a lot of Larry June right now.
That's right.
I mean, he's got it. He got it. Whatever it is, he got it.
Exactly. I'm wearing my Larry June hoodie now.
Oh,
shit.
Yes. Numbers.
Yes. Larry June. Brent Fayez, of course. He's just something to listen to. He got a real smooth voice to me. That the Sonder group that he's in is amazing as well. There's this British artist I'm listening to. Her name's Green Tea Ping. I keep her in rotation.
This man no ball. Okay.
I know.
She's no ball.
She's tough. She's tough.
Okay.
She's tough.
She is.
That whole little atmosphere around her, like she's got some adjacent artists I listen to as well. What else? Solange been kind of popping up in the rotation a little bit more lately. She kind of have her ebb and flows. Tyler, the Creator, has kind of made his way back into my rotation. He kind of fell off for a while.
Which album?
The Igor album. I like Igor. I'm not too much of the that most recent tape he just put out with DJ Drama. I like it, but I like Igor better.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I like Igor better too. I get it.
Igor got more replay value to me, I guess.
Yep.
What else? I said Larry already.
Yeah.
Cleo Soul. Soul.
Oh, this man no ball. Okay.
I just got into
this man no ball.
Cleo.
This man know what he's talking about.
Cleo Soul got it right now.
It take a lot to impress
Water?
me.
Did you listen to that Water album?
Yes.
I was like shocked. I was like, okay, seek him out, God.
She's got a band that she's in called Salt.
Okay.
It's tough. It's real. Like Salt's got that. Yeah, but that's what I'm listening to right now.
Yeah, nice.
Nice list. That is a very impressive list. Yes, sir. Star, what you got? Did you go already?
Yeah, I went.
Yeah, Star went first.
Oh, that's on me. So normally, what I'm listening to now is just what I'm getting through with my reviews. So I did review the SOIL EP by my boy Muggy. I also listened to some Blackheart Revenge 2 by Wi-Fi's Funeral. I did a review on Brent Fayez's album. I thought it was good. People need to put more respect on my dude Primo Rice, because Portrait of the P, definitely a solid project. $1 Million Chase by my dude Jimmy Waters. I think that's like his 9th album this year that came out. So I'm like, yo, he on the Larry June type of run. Like he just pumping out music left and right. I got some more reviews getting ready to come out. But Chronicles of a Diamond by Black Pumas, because I haven't heard it yet, but in my brain, I feel like that's going to be album of the year, because Black Pumas can do no wrong. Also, Young Scooter dropped something, and the South Side of me was like, okay, you have my attention. But outside of the shit I am reviewing, just regular stuff that I am listening to, some Arm & Hammer, that's just great. Just listen to it. Just listen to him. Some Kenyon Dixon. He did drop an R&B album called The R&B You Love, and it really gives you that old school 2000s vibe of R&B. Like it takes it back. It's not that new shit we've been listening to, but it's really good. Gucci dropped his yearly 1017 project.
Oh yeah, yep.
That shit tough. So please, if you love, because Gucci actually matures, y'all. This man talking about the growth. I fucks with it. And and I think one of the last things I was listening to was some Earl Sweatshirt. That and the 2 Cleo Soul albums that I believe are absolutely and utterly perfect and are flawless, and there's nothing wrong with it, because that one can do no wrong.
My kids gonna hate hearing that because they gonna know it's time to clean
Every
up.
Sunday.
Every
Sunday.
Sunday, like, they gonna
Every
know
Sunday.
it's time to clean up when that woman voice comes.
Cleaning music, get that bleach.
You know what it is.
And there's an alternative album called Sorry I Haven't Called by Vagabond. I love stepping out into my alternative world because I be finding alternative. Maybe I haven't found a good country album I could jam to yet. I'm still looking for one, but yeah, that alternative album was busting it. I fucks with it.
You know, Yellow Wolf kind of rides that plane between country and fucking hip hop and shit.
He did for a while, but I actually like I want like the real country. Like my favorite country music star is Casey Musgrave. So like I want real country. Don't give me no rapping shit like.
Oh, you don't want no hybrid.
Give me the acoustics. Give me the guitar. Give me your sing. Give me the vocals. I want that shit.
I got my like music start in Nashville, so I enjoy real good country. Like that, I don't like that pop synthetic stuff they pushing out, like that Florida Georgia line. They couldn't sell out shows out there.
Yeah,
they couldn't come to Nashville because it wasn't real country music. And like I hated country before I moved to Nashville, but after working with it and seeing the inner workings of it, country is nice.
Right,
country is nice.
This podcast turned to country. What the hell are we going? What is happening here?
I tell you, man, you gotta switch it up, man.
Hey,
definitely. Nothing wrong with variety.
When these rappers not rapping, you got to branch out.
Yeah, exactly. I got some Duke Deuce in rotation right now, man. You know, I think QC should have pushed them a lot harder than they pushed the fucking City Girls. I tell you that right now. Duke Deuce out of Memphis putting out some shit. For some reason, I've been listening to Shy Glizzy, bro. I don't know why the fuck I'm listening to Shy Glizzy.
Hey. That's my nigga right there, boy. That nigga Shy Glizzy tough, man.
I've been listening to him, man. I've been kind of in my fucking Spanish bag, man. They got this shit called Si Salimos with Claudio Clarion or some shit. That shit dope. 50 Cent on the feature. Denzel Curry been putting out some shit, man. I got him. He done put about 4 or 5 songs on my gym playlist, bro. So shout out to Denzel. One of the independent artists we featured, Jordan. Yo, she got some shit. You know, make sure y'all check her out. She got some dope shit. And Nayoda Parker, she got some dope shit as well. So shout out to them 2 ladies, man. They holding it down in the game. And actually, I went back to my Step Brothers 3. I've been listening to that shit. Shout out to Starlito, Don Tripp, underrated. Don Tripp.
I didn't start liking them until I got older.
Oh, you ain't fuck with Step Brothers, though?
No, growing in high school and stuff, I couldn't get with it.
Man, I used to love they shit, man. They was always different to me. Which I'm surprised they never signed to Gotti. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad they never did that shit.
I'm glad they did.
I'm so glad they never.
Gotti's never had.
I'm so happy they never did that.
Yeah. I'm just shocked just because of the relationship. But yeah, they should stay independent, yo. They got that good underground shit going, man. They be having shows in like Biloxi and shit around here. I gotta check them out live and see what that shit. But Starlito been around for how long? So I've been listening to that dude since he was All-Star. You feel me?
Forever.
Yeah, forever. So he should have. Shout out to him, man. He should always get his flowers. That dude been spitting for the fucking longest. He kind of innovated that lazy flow to me, man. You know what I'm saying? That lazy, I'm just fucking, this is so easy. I sound like I'm not even doing shit flow. You know what I'm saying? So I always liked that. But that's about it, man. I listen to a lot of fucking shitty artists throughout the week because I have to get these different independent Fridays and all this other shit. But you know, man, I heard some bad music. But shout out to everybody grinding though, man. I heard a lot of good shit too as well, man. So I try to weed through everything, through all the bullshit and find some good artists. So there's a lot of independent dudes out there. Make sure y'all check us out on Fridays and also Women's Wednesday. Every other Wednesday we do an independent artist. I try to pick a good one, you know. So that's what I got, yo. So that's all I got, man. If y'all got anything y'all want to promote, anything y'all want to say out there to those listening who are going to listen to the replay and things like that, this y'all time. So, you know, let's toss it out to Southside first, bro. What you got?
I don't have much this time. Obviously, you know, please follow me on Twitter at Southside_gun with 2 N's, please. Because y'all put 1 N, be trying to look for me and stuff. Please stop tagging me and shit for the list. Please. We almost at 1,000. Please stop tagging me and stuff for the list. These niggas I
tagged you in like 2 things, bro.
They done created a fucking bat symbol with my face on it. please stop tagging me. Please. I'm literally begging you. Please stop.
Hey man, that's that rent money, bro. You better start special money right there.
Outside of that though, one of my favorite artists, Anonymous, he just dropped a new track. So please go out, listen to it, support. It's called Full Metal. But yeah, outside of that, again, please stop tagging me. Leave me the fuck alone. Please. I'm begging you. Leave me alone.
The list keeper, you gotta keep the list, bro. How you gonna get to the book if you don't?
The list done got too big at this point.
This shit
You
bigger
gotta
than me,
restart it.
bro.
You gotta
Like,
do errors of lists. You should
bro, like
separate it.
they done copy my flow word for word. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
I done seen
4 or 5
another list
times,
out
bro.
right now.
Yeah.
Drake?
I'm
Drake?
tired.
Trying to have my child from the world?
Like, bro, I'm tired. I swear to God, I'm tired.
All right, it was like Star stepped out for a minute. So what you got? What you got, Hotep, man? What you want to promote, bro?
I ain't really got too much to promote. I mean, genuinely nothing to promote. I mean, I'm serious. Outside of this is what I would be promoting right now, but I'm here now, so I don't really have to promote.
Well, we're honored to have you here, man. I say you're like the wild card, man. You like, you know, you're like the fucking, what was that crazy dude that was on the Mavericks when they won the championship and shit? You know, you're like the Dennis Rodman of the Bulls. You feel me? You need that crazy person to win a fucking championship. So it's always honored to have you here, Hotep, man. Glad when you come through. For sure. Star, you got anything to promote them business? Get your smoothies on, you feel me?
Get my smoothies.
Mas.
Yep. You know where to find me, rareawareness.com. Follow me at StarChildX. Well, that's my first name. Follow me at Rare Awareness. We got plant-based self-care. We got herbal supplements, organic herbal tea, sea moss. We're having a sale right now, so tap in, get your stuff at a low. And yeah, health is wealth.
It is.
Well, agreed.
I want to throw out one more thing. I want to shout out the Susio's Boys podcast because they had my black ass on there, and talking about the list. So they wanted to show me some love, so I want to show them some love back. But yeah, if y'all got a chance, y'all check them out at the Susio's Boys pod. I'll throw a whole thing in Twitter, support them, so y'all can see it. But yeah, I just want to give them a quick shout out.
Shout out to them.
Very dope. I may or may not record tomorrow with the Harsh Rally. I'm still retooling my main shit. I don't know if I'm gonna go to an interview podcast only because it's hard organizing people. But I'll let you know. Stay abreast of that, and always check us out. You know, here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you promote. Support us. We're trying to support the independent artists out there in hip hop and stuff like that. That's really my main mission here, is to kind of big up the culture, big up the people who actually creating great art and shit like that. So that's what we're trying to do here. So if you support that, then support us, and do that by simply hitting that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good shit. So that's all I got, man.
Shit.
Yeah, definitely. So shout out to y'all too, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, being contributors. You know, even though I ain't paying y'all and shit, y'all still show up for a brother. So I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Family, if we ever sell this bitch for $1 million, I'll break y'all a piece. But on behalf of everybody, I gotta say peace.
All right, well, peace.
Peace.